what is up, you guys? Welcome back to a quick little video. As you can tell by the title of this video is about Messy Missy and the RSO. Yes, Messy Missy and the RSO. Yes, the saga continues, you guys. When I say the saga continues, it gets worse. So basically the other day, a few creators went live and they played an alleged confession video of Heartland allegedly admitting rape to a detective. Missy then went live the next day saying that she is done. She's done backing him up until she sees for herself that this is not true. She basically said that if she finds out that this is not true, she will go live and apologize to all of her supporters and her haters, because she deep down in her heart feels like this is true. So does her family. Her dad then went live with the same gentleman, and they basically told him to go to the police station and get the records unsealed and see for yourself. Missy then went live, and this is where things took a turn. Take a look.
It all happened on live, but Tank said, go to the Costa Mesa Police Department and you get this information. Because Ray was like, show me this information. Where do you get this information? Where is this statement coming from? And he said, oh, it's coming from a detective at the Costa Mesa Police Department. Go there. So we get in the car immediately and we go there. And we did. I went up to the counter with Ray and he had no problem. He said, I need my records on why blah, blah, blah. Okay, I need my records. And he said, okay. And so we sat down, we waited. A detective comes to the counter and says, we don't give out these records. And I said, what do you mean you don't give out these records? It's his records. And they said, no, you have to go to this process to get these records. And at that point, I said, I need to talk to you. And Jason, are you here? Jason, I need to call you. So the detective comes. Now, this is a very small police department. So I said, I need to talk to you. So he goes over so no one else could hear us. And we go, and I said, and I pull up the live and I go, you have no idea what's going on right now. I pull up the live, pull up Tank's live, and I said, you got a live going on. At some point, over 3,000 people claiming that this man right here did XYZ, claiming, and then I played him the clip, because obviously a lot of people screen recorded that, played him the clip of what Tank played, which was a detective giving information about a statement that Ray made to, I believe, a probation officer. And I said, who did this? And he goes, I know, and this was the main detective there. He goes, I know absolutely nothing about this. And he goes, this is serious. He goes, this is absolutely serious. And he said, you need to get an attorney right now. This is defamation of character. This is coming from the detective's mouth. I will give you guys his name. I'm in communication with him now through email. He said, you need to email me this, the live and this recording. So I did. And he emailed me back within an hour. And there's a huge investigation going on right now about this. That's all I'm going to say about it. I have my own thoughts about it. Ray has his thoughts about it. My dad has his thoughts about it. I want the proof at this point. Okay, so you got that going on. Ray's going to go to San Diego and pull up his records. He's doing that. He's calling them this morning and making sure what needs to happen to get them. He may be able to get them emailed to him. Okay, so he's figuring that out right now. I don't want you guys to think I'm hiding. I don't want you guys to think I'm lying. I'm trying to save my face. No, I'm here. Things aren't adding up for me. Things aren't adding up for me. I am logical. We're dealing with people that are, you guys know what we're dealing with. You guys know what we're dealing with. I'm going to tell you one thing, because he still swears up and down, has no problem getting these records. We're contacting, we have a civil attorney now. He has no problem with all of this, getting me this information. He has no problem taking a lie detector test for me. I have no problem taking a lie detector test too. I didn't know any of this bullshit that's being brought out. You got people coming on here this morning saying that he threatened her, that he was going to unalive her if she spoke. Really? Really? You have people coming on here saying that he strangled her, I believe. Really? At this point, I want the proof. At this point, I want the proof. I'm gonna tell you guys publicly this. If I find out that I was lied to, and I defended this man, and I took up for him for almost a year now, if I find out I was lied to, my family and I are walking away, and we are never gonna look back. And I will publicly apologize and say you guys were right, okay? But I'm not there yet. I will do whatever I need to do to get back. But I'm gonna tell you guys that I promise you that if it's true, I promise you guys I will leave. But I'm not there yet because he is swearing up and down. And there's so many other pieces that you guys know, and I wish he would just come on here and talk. But I promise you guys that if there's documentation that this was true and I was lied to, I will absolutely never speak to him again in my life. And I will come on here and apologize to all of you guys. I will. But I don't know. I mean, you guys don't know everything that I know. You don't know everything I know. I've talked to people that know her directly. Hang on. He is gonna get me all the files, all the records. You know, I'm not gonna defend anymore until I see him. I'm not gonna defend this anymore until I see it from with my own two eyes and talk to a civil attorney and talk to some people, but something's not adding up. He didn't drop new receipts last night, Lizzie. That was already on the paperwork. I think people are trying to take my people, is what I think is going on. And it was even said. And if you guys want to go, you go. You go. It's your decision. But I think that, unfortunately, because why else would you do this? Why else would you, I mean, even like Gordo said, why would you continue to dig so deep into someone's past at 13 years old if you didn't have something to gain from it? If you didn't have something to gain from it, you know? I promise you guys that if he has been lying to me, I promise on my children, promise you on my children, that my family and I, my dad and I are going to walk away and never look back. And I will apologize to each and every one of you. I will apologize to each and every one of you. This has been hell. I mean, he came into my house with my dad. I'm gonna tell you, the detective said, my dad talked to him, I talked to him, Ray was talking to him. Ray had no problems walking up to the Costa Mesa Police Department window and saying, I need my records. He had no problem doing that. And we waited. He said, okay, sit down. And we waited. I thought we were getting them. I thought it was over. And then a detective comes out. And he said, we don't just give out these records. I said, what do you mean don't give out these records? It's his records. It's his records. And then I showed him the live, and he goes, this is illegal. This is not, I mean, the first thing that came out of this detective's mouth was, you need an attorney. I mean, I don't know if this is correct or not, but I'm hearing that now there's allegations going on this morning saying that he threatened this woman to not talk. If they can find out all this information, all these people, where's the girl? I mean, then I would know. It's very hard for me to, again, I'm not going to, no, Kaylee didn't write a letter. You guys, a lot of this stuff you're hearing is really, really inaccurate. I showed my response letter to the ex parte for child custody, and people are saying that Kaylee wrote a letter. That's how so many things are getting twisted. There's so much information that's inaccurate, and that's why I wanted to come on here and talk to my people. You go to these other that's important to debunk. Okay, just a second. Let me get it. Let me show you guys. I mean, all these crazy allegations, you guys. I told my dad to stay off TikTok, just so you guys know. I told him just stay off TikTok. He doesn't need this bullshit. They're going after my dad. They're threatening my family with phone calls and messages, text messages, voicemails. I told him to stay off TikTok. My dad's never been to jail, just so you guys know. You can look him up. My dad has never been to jail. There's allegations being made about my dad. My dad has never been to jail. let me just do this because I don't want you guys to see my address, even though that's leaked. Here's the case number too. Here's the case number. So this is what I showed. This is my handwriting. You guys can take a screenshot if you want. This is the case number. This was my handwriting that, because there were so many allegations saying that I don't even have my daughter around him. So this was my response to this that was filed. And this is what it says. I'm sure someone took a screenshot of my boyfriend, his name. None of my ex-husband's allegations have been conclusive. Ray does not live at my residence, which is the truth. Although I have been dating him for about a year. This is the part that is the lie. So you guys can screenshot this last part. It says, my daughter has been, my daughter knows him very well and has not ever been in danger of being around him. He's abusing the legal process to grow a platform on social media. So I heard different allegations that my daughter wrote a letter. I also heard that I wrote, the reason that I got out of the ex parte and the reason that it was denied was because I wrote saying, oh, he's never been around my daughter. I actually wrote, my daughter knows him very well. So I just want to start disproving some of the stuff that's going on. Some of the stuff that's been going on. I just want to debunk some of that when I have that information. Hang on, what is this? Hang on. Hang on, you guys, I have so many messages coming in. I have a date for mediation. If we can't figure things out in mediation, yes, we have it. It's all public, then it's October 3rd. I'm gonna read this again. So an ex parte is like, obviously something needs to be expedited because it's a very serious case. And usually when you do an ex parte, so I did an ex parte for a restraining order. I got it that day. They granted a restraining order. When something's serious, of a serious matter, then they're gonna grant it on a temporary basis until a court hearing is done, okay? So in this case, it was denied, okay? Here's what it says. I've showed this so many times. Ex parte denied, okay? And then it says no imminent threat or irreparable harm justifying emergency orders, okay? Like an emergency to hear this case or an emergency to change custodial arrangements or displacing other matters already set by shortening time to hear the motion of the emergency basis, okay? So they're basically like, that is saying it's denied, there's no imminent threat or harm to my daughter, she's not in danger, and there's no reason to shorten the time for this case to be heard, okay? And everything in custody stayed the same, and then we have mediation. So anyways, we were the only ones there that day, and we sat there for 2 hours. And when you have these types of allegations going to, because everything that was put, the information that was put on the internet was given to the judge, and there's just pages and pages and pages, stuff that is already, the judge didn't pull anything. Okay, so Haley, so you mean to tell me, let's use logic for a second. You mean to tell me that in California, I mean, this is like a serious state, when you have a child involved, a minor, and you're making accusations that they are in harm because there is a man who is a pedo and a rapist and all this, and he's around this child, and this child needs to be removed immediately, or this case needs to be heard immediately. That's gonna get denied? You think that the judge is not, so you think the judge just like saw this and said, fuck it, let's deny that. So who's liable? So if something happened, who's liable? All right, so anyways, that's that. Okay, so moving forward, I know a lot of things you guys don't know. I know a lot of things you guys don't know, okay? You got a bunch of freaking just complete bullies on this app, and a lot of this information that is coming out is wrong. My dad's never been to jail. My daughter didn't write a letter. This is me. So you guys, I have a question. Well, let me see if he emailed me back. An investigation is going on right now because of that recording. It's a serious, serious thing. If you guys don't believe me on that, here's the communication. I'm not going to show you guys his email address, but here's the communication. Here's the videos. Here's his communication back to me. And here's me emailing him again yesterday. So there's communication going on. You don't care about that. So you don't care about, okay. Well, we've already debunked that he's a pedo. So that's done. If I see real proof, I'm not even around Ray right now. If I see real proof, he's showing me the court documents, and he also said that he will take a lie detector test. And I told you guys I will leave, and my dad will be done, and we'll deal with him. Okay, we'll deal with him. I don't know if yes, SO is still very serious. Absolutely it is. We did try to do that yesterday, Tristan. We did try to do that yesterday. We tried to do that yesterday. Tank told me and my dad exactly where to go. We went there. He told us to lawyer up. And he said, this is a defamation of character case. You need to email me. And you guys, I'm sorry, because this is like my backup, and I don't have a lot of people blocked. A lot of these questions you guys are asking have already been answered. It's not defamation if it's facts. You're right. But a lot of things are being spewed out on the internet right now. I'll make it make sense when I get the documentation or when there's more information to be had. I'm telling you right now, I'm giving you guys information, as it unfolds. I'm not going to pay for a lawyer. I want right now, I want the proof. I want the proof. I want the proof. We're going to at least speak to a civil attorney. If anything, you guys, someone at the police department, someone internally at the police department, at the bare minimum, if that recording was right, then you think that's not a lawsuit against the police department when you're telling about someone's sealed cases as a juvenile? What if it was you guys? Now take me out of it, because listen, if it's true, I'm walking away. Exactly, it's not my fight. Jen, it's not my fight. It's not my fight. And if he did it, and if I was lied to for a year, I'm gone, you guys. And I don't think you understand how pissed I will be for defending him. Okay? No, Janelle, because there's a reason for that. Again, you guys, like, I know so much more than you guys know. Me and my family have looked into everything. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And some of the information you're getting is wrong. And unfortunately, when you get into a system, he didn't know what was happening. He was taken, he was put into foster care. I claim to not know, though. What do you mean I claim to not know? I never heard this. Recording. Oh, why a lawsuit against the police department? Well, he would have a lawsuit. Listen, if it's true, and he actually did this, I'm out. But the reason why a lawsuit against the police department is because how in the hell is it okay to give information about someone's privately sealed files as a juvenile? Let that get out to someone, whoever gave it to a TikToker, and put it in the public. Are you joking me? I don't care what your crime is. However bad your crime is, and I know this is the lowest of the low. Okay, but how is that legal? Now, I'm not justifying, I'm just saying facts. How is that legal? The detective sure as hell thought it was a big deal. You should have saw his freaking eyes. The first thing he said, asked my dad, you need an attorney. You need a civil attorney. I will give you a list if you don't have one. We have them. He said, this is defamation of character. And he looked at me and he said, I need you to email me this. But Tank said that was the detective that gave this information out, right? Were you guys on that live last night? It's not defamation if it's true. You guys are correct. How many times do I need to say that? Yes, defamation of character is only defamation if it's not true. Correct. You can't take someone's records and literally give it out to a TikToker. Sealed documents from someone's juvenile past. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's a defamation of character case. I'm saying it's a lawsuit against the police department. Okay? But if it's true, I don't really give a shit, and that's not my problem. And I'm not putting money into that. I'm walking away. Okay? At this point, my concern is have I been lied to? I have a man sitting there with tears in his eyes telling me, Missy, I promise you, I swear on everything, I will go get records, I will take a lie detector test for you, on his knees, telling me this isn't true and I will prove it to you. I'm gonna put him in the box. Can we please get Nelson out of here? I'm okay with trolls, you guys, but people who are downright bullies on this app, I'm not okay with. You guys can let all the trolls stay. Can you request a box? I'm not gonna. The least of my concerns right now, you guys, is my fucking TikTok account. That's the least of my concerns. All right, I'm just giving an update on everything. I told them where
Hey, Missy. So real quick, we watched all their stuff fold out. I'll do it live. I'm getting some documents. I think the only way to verify what they're saying is true, we have to open up the original file, and I'm going to get that file. And we're going to come on here.
What did I tell you?
Wait, no, listen, Missy. All money said that they said that I threatened her.
What you say? I just
okay. Anyways, we won't get into all that. If they're wrong, and we get a chance to come up and show our side. If they're wrong, then what happens?
You know what I think happens if you pull things and they're wrong?
If they're wrong, what happens?
I think they're going to come at us harder with something else. You, harder, me, harder, I don't know. But for my people, I want to show them the documents. Great by force is what the accusation was. And I think we open up these documents, we talk to the civil attorney, we do what we've talked about doing, we continue with moving forward with the case that's going on starting yesterday, the investigation. We give your supporters, my supporters, because that's the only people I care about telling things to anymore. We owe it to our supporters, and you sure as hell owe it to yours to give them this information and to talk to them and not have it always be me speaking for you.
I understand, but Missy, this is what I'm saying. If the first allegation that they said they were saying I was a pedo came out and debunked that. If all this stuff is debunked too, then what happens? Is it just they do more stuff for more clout? Like
they probably will, because they want our support. They probably will. But what I want from you, if you ever want to speak to me again in your life, and I told you this publicly and privately, you need to get the documents. Like my dad said, fuck the lie detector test right now. Go to San Diego, get those documents. Let's reopen this case and let's dissect it. Because you were 13 and I don't even know what you said or what's happening. All I know is Something's not adding up. Something's not adding up. Okay. And I want the truth. I've defended you for a year. My dad's defended you. I want the truth. Your people that support you, you owe it to them. Forget me. You owe it to them and the people that supported you. You owe the story to them. Now you're telling me up and down you didn't do it. I told you, you're on my knees telling me yesterday, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I did it with tears in your eyes. I didn't do it. I didn't do it, Missy. I promise.
I'm telling you right now. Okay, I'm telling you right now, and then I'm gonna wrap up. They told you wrong information. Okay.
So you have 1,800 people in here talking to that.
Some of this. No, I gotta get going because I got a call with an attorney. I have a call with an attorney scheduled at 9:30. That was scheduled. So this is all I'm asking. Give us a chance to respond.
Okay. That's
before the people come up with their final conclusion. Give us a chance to respond. That should be fair. That's all that I'm asking. Give us a chance to respond. All right, I'm gonna get going, and I'll shoot you text messages once I'm done.
All right.
All right, stay strong.
Listen, I'm as fucking pissed off as you guys. You guys, I'm so pissed off right now. I'm shaking. I am going to listen. Here's the deal. He's either going to provide me with this documentation, or he's never going to speak to me again in his life. Okay? So he's got two options. No, Sarah, I just want the truth at this point. Because do I think that he's actually this person? No, I do not. No, I do not. Do I think he did this? I can't even fathom him doing this. No, I can't. You guys don't know him. You guys don't know him. He's calling San Diego today. Jose, I want these records. I want some answer of how to get these records today. We have an investigation going on. Okay? I want the answers today. Now, do I think you guys should sit there and it's not that he failed to register, was running around. I'm going to tell you guys this because I'll start talking for him at this point. It's not that he's not a lifetime register. That was proven to me yesterday. Okay? I had two things proven to me yesterday. He is not a lifetime register. He had to register because he messed up on probation. That's why he originally had to register. It wasn't, hey, you got to register. That was facts that was given to me by the detective yesterday. Okay? Okay? He messed up on probation. That's the only reason he originally had to register. Now he has a low, it's like a low grade, what they charged with. It was a low grade. Okay? Well, he didn't want to give it to me. He asked Ray, he said, can she be here? And he said yes. Okay? Anyways, he's not a pedo, and it did happen when he was 13. So he was correct on that, and he was correct on not having to register for life. Okay? That was the accusation. Okay, so that's what the man told me. That's what the detective told me. Okay, so you guys can form your own opinion. If you guys have, it seems like a lot of you actually have formed your own opinion. So I will get the proof for myself, and I won't speak about it to you guys. And you guys can choose to believe all these other creators, and that's no problem. Okay. So I'm gonna do what I need to do, and it seems like you guys have already made your opinion up. So I guess when I go live, don't come in here. Stay on the other side. You guys don't think it's funny at all that the recording that Tank played, where he said, oh, that's the detective that you talked to. So just go to San Diego or go to Costa Mesa, go there. And I go there. Not only do they not give me information, but my dad looks him dead in the eyes and he goes, did you give this information about him? And he goes, absolutely not. We would never do that. But we will do an investigation to see if anyone did. Well, did anyone? It's a recording. It also says at the beginning of the recording, and this is just things that I find funny. His wife and child or children, it was fuzzy, live in Ohio. He was never married to her. To the woman they're talking about, he was never married to her. Ever. You don't think that's crazy. And then the meth thing, isn't that funny that the meth thing at 13, but then it also said the meth thing they assumed he was on meth when he was on the roof, that incident. It's just something to me you guys don't know everything I know. I'm going to get the documentations and I'm going to find out for myself and I'm going to let my community know. I'm going to let my community know. And if I find that he's been lying to me, do I have subs on here? If I find that he's been lying to me, I'm walking away. I don't think I do. No, I do. I know what I'm going to do.
I don't know, you guys. You know how I feel about this. I feel like this is BS. I feel like as a mother, there's no man on this planet Earth that comes before my children. And I don't care what the hell he said. He has been convicted for this. He has to register for a reason. And there's no way in hell that I would feel comfortable having someone like that around my kids. I already have a hard time having people around my kids in general. But to know someone did something like that, I don't give a damn if he was 8 years old. There's no excuse for this behavior. And she's continuously defending this man. I feel like he may know something about her that we don't know about her, and she's trying to keep that on the hush-hush, because there's no other way, no way in hell that a mother that truly loves her children would be doing something as disgusting as this, and that's defending a man that has been convicted of something so sick.